I turned 23 this year. 23. It's a weird age, isn't it? You're technically an adult. People expect you to have things figured out, but inside, you still feel like a kid. A kid waiting for permission to start real life. Just last month, October 2025, I finally crossed the stage. College graduate. It was supposed to be this massive victory lap. And it was, for a day. But then you wake up the next morning and the noise dies down, and you're left with the silence. And the realization that the degree in your hand doesn't automatically unlock the next door. For me, the next door is a master's degree. That's the dream. That's the plan I've had mapped out in my head for years. I know what I want to study, I know where I want to go. But then reality hits. The funding isn't there. So here I am, stuck in the gap. The gap between what I've achieved and where I need to be. And that gap, it's expensive. And that brings me to why you're listening to this voice right now. Why I'm even on this platform. Let's rewind a bit. Back to October 2024, exactly a year before I graduated. I saw the writing on the wall. I knew college was ending, and the money for the master's wasn't just going to magically appear. I needed a lifeline. I needed to build something of my own. So, I turned to YouTube. I dove in head first. I didn't just start one channel, I started three. 3 faceless channels. Because, well, I wasn't ready to show my face. Not yet. Not when I felt like I was still figuring out who I was. The gurus on the internet make it sound so easy, don't they? Pick a niche, upload consistently, use AI, watch the money roll in. Yeah, about that. It's been over a year since I started those 3 channels, and here is the honest truth. The truth that hurts to admit out loud. I haven't monetized any of them. Not one.
And this is the hardest part of my story to tell, because it's not about laziness. God knows I've put in the hours. It's not about a lack of ideas. My brain is overflowing with concepts. The reason is where I am, where I grew up, where I live right now. It puts a ceiling on what you can do online. We talk about the internet as this great equalizer. This global village where everyone has the same shot. That's a beautiful lie. When you're running faceless channels, your tools are everything. You need good text-to-speech that doesn't sound like a robot having a stroke. You need high-quality stock footage so your video doesn't look like a PowerPoint presentation from 2010. You need slick editing software to keep people's attention. Those tools, the good ones, they cost hundreds of dollars a month in subscriptions. For some people watching this, that amount of money is annoying. For me, it's impossible. It might as well be $1 million. So, what do? I compromise. I live in the world of free trials and free plans. We don't need a guardian angel to come down and tell us that free tools are free for a reason. They are designed to frustrate you just enough so you upgrade. But what if you can't upgrade? You're left with the scraps. I use the free AI voice generators that mispronounce basic words every 3rd sentence. I use the free image generators that always mess up the hands or make people's eyes look terrifying. I use the free editors that watermark my work or crash when I try to layer more than 2 video tracks. I know it's not good enough. Every time I hit upload, there's this pit in my stomach. Because I can see the vision in my head. I know how good the video could be. And then I watch the final render, and it's just a shadow of that vision. And this limitation, it has cost me so much. It's the lost opportunities that keep me awake at night. I've had videos take off a little bit. They get a few thousand views, the algorithm starts to notice them, and then they flatline. Why? Because the retention drops. People click away. And I don't blame them. They hear the robotic voice, they see the glitchy stock footage, and they leave. If I had the premium tools, I know those videos would have flown. I know those 3 channels would be monetized by now. I know I'd be halfway to funding my master's degree. It feels like running a marathon with weights strapped to your ankles. You're trying so hard. You're sweating, you're pushing. But everyone else around you is just running in expensive sneakers, gliding past you. Sometimes I feel incredibly bitter about it. I look at these massive creators talking about just grind harder, and I want to scream. You don't know what it's like to grind when your shovel is made of plastic and the ground is frozen. It's embarrassing, honestly. I'm 23. I'm a college graduate, and I'm sitting here at 2 a.m. praying my internet connection holds up long enough to download a 480p video file because the 1080p version is behind a paywall. So, why am I telling you this? Why make this video at all? It isn't for pity. I don't want your pity. I think I'm making this because I need to acknowledge the reality of the situation before I can move past it. I need to say out loud that this is harder for some of us than it is for others, simply because of geography and economics. But also, I'm making this as a promise to myself. Yes, I'm using broken tools. Yes, my videos aren't cinema quality yet. Yes, I'm losing opportunities every single day, but I'm still here. I just graduated last month. The master's degree is still the goal. The plan hasn't changed. The timeline just got a little tougher. I'm going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep wrestling with these terrible free AI tools until I squeeze every drop of value out of them. I'm going to get better at storytelling, better at scripting, the things that don't cost money, so that maybe, just maybe, the content can shine through the limitations. If you're watching this and you feel stuck like I do, if you feel like your circumstances are putting a ceiling on your potential, I see you. We are the kids using the free versions of life, trying to build premium dreams. It's taking longer, it hurts more, but we aren't stopping. Thanks for listening to my story. If you've made it this far, thank you. Seriously, when you're running these faceless channels and fighting with tools that don't want to work, it's easy to feel like you're just shouting into a void, like you're invisible. Every single subscriber to this channel is a reminder that I'm not. If you want to see if a kid with no funding and a bunch of free AI tools can actually make it, if you want to see if I ever get to that master's degree, then I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button. It's not just about a number on a screen for me. It's about building a community of people who refuse to let their circumstances define their finish line. People who choose to be the one who stays, even when the weights are heavy. I'm going to keep uploading. I'm going to keep pushing, and it would mean the world to have you there with me for the next chapter. Until next time.